Well, well, well. Hi, Alpha. How's it going? Julie, good to see you. Okay, I better adjust some of my settings here. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up in a feedback loop. Okay, so this is brand new to me. And I am actually really excited and very stoked. I hope you enjoy my accoutrement tonight. I've had a busy day. I was wondering if I was even going to get a chance to stream tonight. I have been trying for so long to get online and do this. And I finally had my night set up about 4 or 5 nights ago. And as I set up my OBS, my whole internet went down, and it was down throughout the city that I'm living in. Oh my God, Louise, so great to see you. The whole premise of the stream tonight is just going to be relaxing beginner's chess. I'm going to just basically chat with you guys while playing chess and show some beginner's tips in chess. Oh, we've already got an amazing crew here. I really love you guys. I really love this mask. It's a combination of tacos on one side and pizza on the other. And there was no way that I could let this go. Hello, Sirius X. Good to see you. I hope things are going well for you down in Southern Ontario. Okay, I think we've got enough people here. I hope that everybody is doing well. Um, Also, thanks, Louise, for being there for the first tryout of the software a few weeks back. I really appreciated that. And let's see if I've got this right now. I have to, like, this is really brand new to me. Like, I'm going to go into screen capture, and I'm going to pull up my chess program. Oh, the chess moves aren't that hard to remember once you play it a few times. Learning chess isn't difficult. Getting good at chess is difficult. I don't consider myself to be an extremely good player. Like the average person I could probably beat on any given day. But just in casual chess, when I go to, and I've been to chess clubs before, I usually get taken apart very, very quickly. I am not the best at memorizing all of the openings out there, and it's usually in the opening that I get taken apart. But if you're interested in learning chess, this is a really good program. FanCam had this on his Twitch. He was streaming this, and I played a few games against him. Uh, the program is called Chess Ultra, and it's got really incredible graphics. And if you are interested in learning how to play chess and learning how to play it well, I have a few tips for you tonight. And I'm going to play at really beginners, a real beginner's level. so that you have a chance to really pick up on what I'm doing. At the higher levels, it would probably just take me apart, or it would be too complicated for the average beginner to really understand. So I'm just going to go right to the basics. I'm going to play as white. I'm going to play at the easiest level possible, and then I might pick it up in the second game. I'm not one of those people that spends a long time on every move. I like to play quickly. Please let me know if the audio levels are okay. I love these graphics. And you're probably going to notice first off that the pieces I'm using are not fancy pieces. Chess programs that have really high graphics like to have those 3D chess pieces. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to learn how to play chess, the best way to do it is with two-dimensional pieces that you can really see well. Three-dimensional pieces tend to get lost in the crowd. You have trouble really visualizing the board. Here is a typical, well, it's almost two-dimensional, but it's not two-dimensional enough for me, so I change the view. And that is the basic layout. And as much as this might seem to be difficult, once you get used to it, you won't ever want to switch to anything else. These are very standard, universal visuals for chess pieces. My whole idea is not to memorize moves, not to think 3 or 4 moves in advance. I've always been what they call a positional chess player. And what I like to do is take control over the center of the board. A lot of people who are beginning will open up with their pawns on the side to try to get these powerful rooks out. That's a recipe for disaster. I usually start off with a king pawn opening and try to get my knight and my bishop out as quickly as possible. That's really horrible, but it would be something that you would expect from a beginner. So I'll bring my bishop out. I'm targeting this square here. And I'm already threatening checkmate. But it's not going to be so now because of this move. But I am going to really give him some trouble now by bringing my queen into check. And start taking all of this person's pieces as quickly as possible. I'm going to castle now to try to tuck my king into protection. And because of this person's, or this opponent's really bad opening, I'm really able to just move in and take them apart. Always bring out these pieces, knights and bishops, because they offer protection to the bigger pieces that you're going to move out later. When I played FamCam, I did wind up beating him. But what a lot of people couldn't see was that I was using the really easy to see two-dimensional pieces on my computer at home when I was playing him. And he was using the three-dimensional pieces, which really gave me an unfair advantage. I have a couple of options. I know he could take me, but if I'm thinking that if I bring my bishop out here, it covers this escape square, and then I could move the queen in to give checkmate. So if my opponent steals the pawn, I think it's checkmate. Yeah, they see it. I hope that everybody in the U.S. has had a good Thanksgiving. We had our Thanksgiving about a month ago. I just blundered my queen. It's really hard to stream and concentrate at the same time. I don't know how people like FamCam can juggle all of this and still manage to play so well at the games that they do. And often I'll take a look at a stream after the fact and replay games from people that I really enjoy watching, because it's so much easier to learn that way. Oh, thanks so much, Sirius. It is going to take me a while to get used to all of this new stuff. Modern technology and I don't go hand in hand that easily. Another thing that I like to do is to line up my rooks along an open file. They're very powerful when you do that. And I'll basically just try to force the king back onto the back rank and deliver a quick checkmate. Yeah, it's checkmate next move. No, it isn't. He put me in check. Here we go. This is a really basic beginner level. You can ignore this rating. It doesn't mean anything. When you play at easier levels, your rating can go up, but if you played somebody really good, your rating would drop like a bullet. So I'll play one more quick game at the beginner level. Again, opening with the king pawn. And this is a legitimate opening that they're playing. It's called Alakine's defense. I'll attack the knight, and then basically I'm bullying the knight, making him move, and hope that my opponent makes a blunder, which they've done, and steal the knight. Again, bringing out these minor pieces as quickly as possible. And sometimes I won't worry about pawns if it means getting myself into a position where my pieces get developed. The faster I develop my pieces, the stronger my attack. I don't really want to do that yet. And again, at beginner's levels, they're basically throwing their pieces at you. They're attacking my knight, but it's protected by my my pawn, and I don't mind. I don't mind losing it so much, especially when I'm bringing out my pieces for a major attack. Here is a fork. If I bring my knight here, I'm attacking two rooks at the same time, and rooks are worth more than knights. Now, I do have to be careful, though. If he brings the rook down here, I have to move. Another check. No, I think I'm okay. And chess has always been my passion. I've been playing it since, I was about 5 years old, maybe 6. Which means that I've been playing it for over 50 years-ish. Am I in check somewhere? No, I am not. So why? There we go. Bye, Louise. I know it's really late over there. Thank you for popping in. What are everybody's plans, or what did you do over Thanksgiving? I'm starting to get used to the idea of what lag really is, too. I can ask a question and then I get the answer a minute or two later. And there's checkmate. Some of the basics that I follow, they remain the same through every game that I play. Move towards the center. Get control over the center as quickly as possible. Bring out those minor pieces and get castled as quickly as possible. I'll play a game at a slightly higher level now, at the apprentice level. And you'll see how this will just get harder and harder with every given game. Go for the center. That's actually a legitimate opening too. This is usually a bad idea. A lot of beginners like to bring the big guns out quickly, and it usually doesn't bode well for them when they do that. What happens is that the queen will wind up being attacked, and it will have to retreat. And every time it has to retreat, like right here, they call it losing a tempo, where I get to develop my bishop at the expense of black having to move their piece. Now they've moved it over here. Make sure everything is covered. I will attack it again, developing a piece, forcing it to move again. And my next move will be to force it to move again. And every time I force it to move, they're basically losing a turn, and I'm getting more and more developed. And now I get to bring my bishop right out. And I'm going to take the queen. This is a really good game. For beginners, it has an awful lot of... Oh yeah, you can go ahead and share it. I've already posted it on Twitter. To me, this is just time hanging out with friends. Yeah, this game is great for beginners because it has a complete system set up to actually teach all of the moves, all of the really odd moves that you don't see very often. Oh my God, it's Danielle. So great to see you. I was wondering if you were going to pop in because I know you have an interest in chess. This is just a chill stream. It's almost giving this program a test run. And now I have to figure out where I was. I guess since I've taken the queen, now it's a matter of going in for the attack. Also, once you remove the queen from the board, you don't necessarily have to castle. Towards the middle game, you want your king to be coming out. When the queens are on the board, you really want to get that king in behind cover. I may or may not castle, but it'll depend on whether or not I feel it's to my advantage. But I am going to continue developing pieces. Right now, they have no pieces developed. Nothing they can really attack me with, except maybe this bishop might want to move to a better spot on the board, and I'll try to prevent it by moving up a pawn that's protected by my rook and my knight. This is a move that a lot of beginners don't know or have never seen. Black just moved their f-pawn up 2 squares on their first move. And now that's to avoid capture by this pawn here. But there is a move called en passant. It translates from French into in passing. And when they move up 2 squares on the first move, you are allowed to take it. And your pawn would take it as if it moved to this square here. So if I click on this square, this pawn should disappear off the board. But you can only do it after it's moved that first on that move. If you wait for the next move, you can't take it anymore. And now the pawn is gone. The first time I saw this, I didn't understand it at all, and I thought that the game that I was playing was broken. Oh, that's okay, Julie. I'm really glad that you've even popped in. Chess is about as dry a subject as you can get, and just having my friends showing up for my first stream, that's just really, that means an awful lot to me, and I really appreciate it. I hope that I can get maybe some kind of a stream going that is specific to chess. But it's just a consideration. My big problem is a complete lack of time. Juggling a career is just a bit much. Juggling a career with doing YouTube. I see a lot of other people doing it. I don't know how they do it. I just tip my hat to them. I could take the pawn. And the next thing that I'll do is promote this pawn. Once it gets to the back rank, you can change it into whatever you want, except for another king. How do I checkmate as quickly as possible here? And I might be mating in a couple of moves here. Yeah. I've got 3 different mates, 3 or 4 different mates. Let's go with that one. Hey, Del Cash, good to see you. Oh, that's awesome, Del Cash. I'm glad that you enjoyed tabletop games. Chess has always been my go-to. It's been an easy game to find people who play, or just to play on simple chess programs. And I'll up the ante one more time. Novel, well, let's go to the amateur level, and I'll start another game. You'll always see me going for the center. That can change sometimes depending on the opening, but I don't want to get into anything too advanced for people who are just learning the basics of chess. When you're beginning, or if you don't know chess, it's always best just to strike for the center as quickly as possible. I am going to try one of my weaker openings here. This is called the Spanish opening, or Roy Lopez. Now, can I do this right away? I don't think I can. But soon. I'm always counting. How many times is a piece defended? That's usually a mistake. Let's hope that it's a mistake this time. And now that I've got a slight lead, I'll start sacrificing pieces left, right, and center. That's usually the best route to go. Unless you're playing somebody who's intentionally given up a piece to get an attack going. This is awkward. I don't like my rook and king lined up like that. But the queen doesn't seem to be able to have any attack it can do. What I can do is bolster this pawn a little bit. Yeah, that was not a good move. And that's pretty typical for beginner's chess too. I always tell people that anybody can beat me on any given day. And sometimes I'll just have really awesome games, and there's no rhyme or reason. Again, chess programs, when they're playing easier openings, they can do moves that just don't make any sense whatsoever, and that was a prime example. So even though I lost my queen, I am not out of this, because this game is known to make really bad blunders. but it is going to be difficult to win this game. Aiming for the center is definitely a form of board control, and often you can anchor pieces that can attack directly to the king, like having a knight posted on one of these squares would give opportunities to attack relatively quickly some of the bigger pieces. Yeah, my blunder really is going to cost me here. I think what I'll do is maybe try to get some sort of a counterattack going. But it's going to be difficult. And I'm moving right back to where I was. It's a Keith. Welcome aboard, FamCam. I'm just giving a demonstration into how to lose quickly at chess. I'm actually doing okay, but this program can be difficult sometimes. Keith, I want to play you again. It's been a minute or two. That's horrible. I wonder. No, there is nothing. I have no attack. I am seriously going to lose this game. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces. Like I tell everybody, it's all when you're streaming, there's no reason to be streaming or nervous about streaming because you're just hanging out with friends. And you can talk through your blunders. And your friends really don't care. I have seen people have complete meltdowns during live broadcasts because of mistakes that they're making. And what they don't realize is that your audience has seen mistakes like that often, and we all understand the limitations of the internet. Nobody is judging, and nobody really cares. Just go about with your streams, your recording. Do what you want to do what you love, and just be gentle on yourself because you're going to make all sorts of mistakes. Like, look at how long it's taken me just to get this up and running on OBS. It's taken forever, but I decided that I just had to take the plunge and go, just go right into it, just jump into it and just do it. Nothing bad is going to happen to me. Nobody's going to take me out and shoot me if I mess up a stream. And really, like, the people that I've been chatting with for so long, I feel like I know you all, and I consider a lot of you to be friends. And why would I be nervous around friends, right? I think I need to bring this rook over here. I'm starting to formulate a plan. Welcome back, Alpha. Can I get a checkmate here? I might be close to a checkmate, but I might also be close to losing. We'll find out. Bring the knight here. I brought the knight from the center of the board. Okay, I do have a checkmate coming out. And that's why the queen has been blundered here. They're trying to slow down my checkmate. And there it is. I really thought I was going to lose that game. I'm going to try it one more time at a higher level. But every time you go up a level, it does get a little bit tougher. And when you're playing chess, learn from your mistakes. You're not going to win every single game. So when you do lose a game, first off, be a good sport if you're playing another person. Challenge her. And take a look at what you did and try to learn from it. Thank you very much, Alpha. Get the root beer float going. Okay, I have to admit, no root beer float tonight. I just have a mug of water and a salute to Smidgen ASMR. One of my favorite streamers. I absolutely love her material. And again, I'll go with the two-dimensional board. I'm so used to this now. There's a guy that I follow on Twitch. His name is Eric Rosen, and I also follow him on YouTube. The guy is an incredible chess player. I'm reasonably certain that he could be a grandmaster if he applied himself to it. But I don't think that people have the time. Like, chess does not pay. Oh, that's interesting. So you could see somebody who is at a grandmaster level who is not a grandmaster. Eric Rosen. I started following him shortly after FamCam and I got together for our first round of chess because I realized I was rusty and needed to bone up on my strategy. Okay, I'm wondering if this queen can be a target. Right now I'm actually doing really well at a level that I'm not used to playing. I'll put the bishop here in case I can get a discovered attack. Bringing the queen back to get it out of the way of the knight and to hopefully open up something on the king. Now my rook is being attacked. I could get that pawn back. think I'm going to go for it. If I take this pawn, I can grab the knight next. I think. I'm going to find out. No, I blundered. That is a big blunder. Protect the pawn. Could I do it again? The queen is protecting this square. I need to move the queen. What happens if I do that? The queen, okay, the game realizes it can't take the piece. I can't rely on cheap tricks to try to get my checkmate. Root beer float. Now I want a root beer float. I haven't had one in days. I don't know what's wrong with me. I usually reserve those for when my son comes over for a visit. What is that? I better watch that my queen doesn't get boxed in. I've never had a beer float. I need to be able to get a piece down here to attack this queen. And I'm close to it here. And there it is. The two rooks, again, they're lined up on the same open file. The queen is mine. And now I'll try to move in for the kill here. I can bring this down. I've always found something relaxing about chess, despite the fact that it's a war game. Right now I'm just trying to get access to these back files. I can check the king, it's protected by the knight. And it is almost checkmate here. Yeah, now it's just prolonging the inevitable. And good night. So I imagine if I start streaming chess on a regular basis, I'll be going to Twitch to do that. But it'll be much along the lines of this with beginner's chess. But I might go to leechess.org or chess.com and use their stuff. A game like this, Chess Ultra, it has such incredible graphics. It's an absolutely amazing game to be using for ASMR because the visuals are just so striking. But if you want something more utilitarian so that you can learn, I would recommend those two sites. Okay, let's let this game take me apart. I'll play at the expert, and I don't think that I've ever played this level before. So technically, I'll probably be losing this game, but I'm going to give it the best shot possible. Now this is sticking with my opening principles as well. Black opened up with this pawn, which controls this part of the center of the board. And I'm going to attack right back. So it is a battle for control over the middle. And now, how do I handle this? An early queen. I usually don't like taking this early, and bringing out the bishop would be a big blunder because losing this pawn would not be a good idea. I could lose my rook out of the deal, unless there's some sort of a trap. But I don't see it. If I bring out trying to calculate this. But like I said, I don't like to spend too much time calculating moves. And sometimes when you're playing a level that you think is beyond you, it might be better to try to sacrifice, minimize quicker so that you have less that you have to focus on. So I'm trying to get rid of this queen here. And computers are really not good at thinking, at looking at the board as a whole. If you get it down to minimum pieces and pawn game endings, there's a good chance that you'll just win. At least that's what I've seen. Yeah, just getting my pieces out and trying to finish development now. That might have been a mistake, because if the rook has a half-open file here, the queens are off the board, so now I can start thinking about moving pieces up. That's annoying. And this is where knights really come in handy, because they can really bounce around the board, whereas the bishops are stuck on their own color. I would like to get rid of one of these bishops, though. The bishop pair is considered to be very strong. So if you can get rid of a bishop, one of the two bishops, it usually gives you an advantage. But I think in this tight situation, it's almost better to have the knight. I don't feel like the bishops are really doing that much yet. And there's an example of the knight bouncing around the board. If it takes this pawn, it attacks my rook. I'm trying to cut down on the number of spaces that these pieces have to attack me with. And maybe get rid of this bishop too. It does not want to get rid of the bishop. I do see something coming up, though. If I can find the time to do it. Attack the bishop. Okay, this is good. I hope. I still have to take care of that knight. Okay, good. What I'm trying to do is get this bishop here. And there it is. I should win a rook out of this. If all goes according to Hoyle. Oh no, I still have this to contend with. The harder level definitely is making it a challenge for me. Let's try this. And I think that is the rook that I wanted to catch. Right here. One piece at a time, knowing full well that at this level I could blunder at any second. And now I can just start pushing pawns. And try to open up this file over here. Now that could be an issue. Do I? Yeah, I do. I have to make sure that this bishop is protected. Like, it's kind of stuck because of this rook. So it's not helping me very much. I'll try to move the king out of the way. I can very easily fall asleep to a chess stream. Especially the Eric Rosen guy that I was telling you about. He's got such a calm voice. And he's finding out that a lot of people find his videos relaxing. And I've heard him ask in some of his videos, how many people have fallen asleep to my videos? But I've learned a lot of tricks from him. Junie, oh my God. So great to see you. I hope you've had a good day. I guess it's tomorrow over there right now. Okay, I just blundered. Oh, it is so great to see everybody here. You guys are awesome. Is there something else I can attack while I'm at it? Actually, I'll try this. I thought it might do that. Great to see that you've got a lot of sleep. Yeah, I feel like I've got a lead in this game, but I feel like my game is lost for some reason. This level, I think, is just, it's too good for me. I just don't see any way to get an attack in, so. But we will try. It's been picking away at my lead one piece at a time. That's really annoying. Gee, I'm so used to being on the other side of the chat. It's going to take a while to get used to this. I have an idea. I don't like games to last too long. I'm not patient enough. This is being a real challenge. I almost want to sacrifice something to try to get something open. And if I was playing in a live site, they usually have timers set for like 5 minutes to play the entire game. Oh, what kind of phone did you get, Junie? Oh, I can't even protect that. Oh my God, it's a sandwich. Hey Sam, how are you? It's good to see you. That's a surprise. I didn't expect to see you here. Wow, like I'm seeing names that really surprise me. Really surprise me. It's good to see everybody. And right now, you are seeing me lose in a game of chess, despite having theoretically having some kind of a lead. Okay, let's try this. this thing is so annoying. Okay, they're moving in for the kill. Here comes the discover. Oh, no, it didn't do it. I have to move up. Well, this is a really good example of what having the bishop pair can do. It can be very, very strong, depending on the situation. This is one of those situations where the bishop pair is stronger than both of my rooks. Throwing in a check just to see if hopefully I can get some sort of an attack going. But it doesn't look good. So I had a relatively lazy day today. And check. No. There, try to get one of the rooks off. That might actually help me. I might actually have a chance now. But we'll see. I mean, I could blunder. Definitely not the easiest game to get good at. I think this is almost checkmate. One thing I've forgotten how to do is patterns. I have to relearn all of the mating patterns that I used to know when I was younger. I have to get my king out of there and try to swing it around. Yeah, I'll take that. Is that just losing? No, it isn't. Oh my goodness, that was a really good move. I have to move my king, and I can't move it here, so a queen is coming up. That was just brilliant. So now this game should be over. Oh, that was hilarious. I didn't see that one coming. And now my rook is gone. Hopefully it'll be a quick checkmate. Can I try to go for a stalemate? Nope. I lost the game. Which is not a big surprise because, like I said, I haven't played at that level before. So I don't mind the loss, definitely. And I'll probably review the game after to try to figure out where exactly I went wrong. And I think that let's just go with there we go. So thanks for coming out. I appreciated seeing everybody, especially for my first live stream ever, and doing what I love doing the most. Chess has definitely always been my favorite game. I've also ordered a few different masks, so I think that you might see a bit of a pizza motif going on in my streams and in some of my videos. I'm going to say goodnight to you here because as much as I love to create, it's still really early in the night, and if there's one thing I love more than creating, it's actually watching other people streaming and other people's productions. Julie, it's just a game, and some people get it and some people don't. Um, and it's completely subjective. So that's totally okay if you're not cut out for the game. Seriously, like it is just a game. Uh, there are a lot of games that I've never been cut out for as well. And some people just don't enjoy this. Like if you don't enjoy playing the game, you're not going to be able to. Uh, well, there's no reason to get good at it. Yes, of course I have the Shanny hoodie. I don't leave home without it. I'm kidding there. But I do wear it an awful lot, and I do use all of the stuff that I've gotten from streamers. I do use it a fair bit. I don't save anything. I believe that all of these collectibles are meant to be used, including my smidgen mug. Okay, take care, Kyle. Thank you very much for coming out to the stream. And I think I'm going to call it quits and wish everybody a good night. So thank you very much for coming out. And thank you for helping to celebrate with my very first live stream. Okay, good night. And I'll probably see you in a chat somewhere else later on tonight. I'll see who's streaming and I'll be popping in to say hello. Okay,